Thank you very much for this question. I presented a new framework which was set up in the context of Bulgaria and Croatia expressing interest in joining the ERM II. As you mentioned, ERM II is one of the preconditions of euro adoption, and although it is voluntary for EU member states, it remains a precondition for euro adoption. When both countries expressed their interest in joining the mechanism, the ERM II partners, which are the finance ministers of all euro area member states, the ECB, the Minister of Finance of Denmark, and the Governor of the Danish Central Bank, they decided that there are three fundamental considerations that should guide the new framework. The first one is that it would be the first country that had joined the ERM II after the financial crisis, from which we have learned important lessons, and they should guide the future ERM II decisions. In the interest of a long-term sustainability of euro adoption, issues like resilience of economic structures, financial stability, and the quality of institutions and governance came to the fore, and were very important, should be considered in the new framework. The second consideration was that it would be the first time that a country had joined the ERM II after the start of the banking union. And as according to the treaty, all member states, once they adopt the euro, they will become a member of the banking union. It was a decision to ask to join the banking union via the close supervisory cooperation with the ECB at the same time as they would join ERM II. And the third fundamental consideration was the fact was country specific. I mean, both countries, Bulgaria and Croatia, they had addressed all the issues related to macroeconomic imbalances. They have quite reduced them, and they have a strong record in adjusting to adverse shocks with their exchange rate regimes. Still, there were remaining vulnerabilities, and this is what needed to take into consideration. And then, when they asked, they decided how could these considerations be best placed into the existing framework, institutional and legal framework. And the resolution or the conclusion drawing from this is there were first informal dialogues between the ERM II partners and the authorities of these two countries, and the Bulgaria and Croatia committed to some structural reforms that were particularly important for the policy areas, so that a smooth transition in the ERM II and the smooth participation could take place. And one of those was, for instance, joining the banking union, the single supervisory mechanism via close cooperation. So Bulgaria and Croatia both took 6 prior commitments. 3 of them were similar, and the other were in the structural area. And the effective implementation of these reforms was monitored by the ECB and by the European Commission in their respective field of expertise. And upon a positive assessment of both institutions, Bulgaria and Croatia handed in their application for the exchange rate mechanism. And at the same time, they stated their intention that they would introduce the euro once they are ready to do so. And at the same time, in their application letters, they took post-entry commitments that need to be completed by the time that both countries are aiming for euro adoption. Let's put it like this. And we have seen this, the implementation of the post-entry commitments has been reviewed recently in European fora, and it has been found that, first of all, ERM II also functions smoothly 1 year after the participation of Bulgaria and Croatia. Plus, both countries have made good progress in implementing these reforms, but they still have time to finalize this